Yeah, kid. Look like we live and we rolling on all platforms. Yeah, kid, that feeling. Friday night vibes. Friday night action. Let's get it. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. They go. She like, ooh la la. They go. On the Friday. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? Get now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. So we're going to talk about the movie last. Obviously, I did go see Deadpool in the movie. But we in the end game because Kamala Harris, we're going to start with politics because it's politics as usual. That's a Jay-Z reference. And y'all know if y'all watch the show, if y'all familiar with my content, you know I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. I don't even think I'm independent because I only voted one time ever in my life. I always had felonies on my back. And to be honest, to be quite frank, I always looked at the government and the people in power. Shouts to my nigga D on the check-in, Big what's up, big time? I always looked at the government like, you know, they don't really care about us on some Michael Jackson shit. So my view towards the government and people in power was always like, with the side eye. And we see for, you know, a lot of reasons when it's election time, they come around with the hot sauce in their bag, Hillary Clinton, they play the Beyonce, they kiss the black babies at the rallies. You know, they go on motherfucking black radio, if you will, the Breakfast Club, right? Syndicated through all out, you know, America, with a lot of black listeners listening, and they say, you're not black if you don't vote for me. You know what I mean? Oh, do you want to jump on the live? All right, let my nigga jump on the live real quick. All right, folks, we're gonna have my uncle jump on live with us real quick. Let me see if I can get him to jump on. And then we'll switch to the other topic. Oh, he declined. All right. You know, you get people jumping on the radio saying you're not black enough if you don't vote for them. We see, you know, we see the Ice Spices or the Gorillas popping up at the White House. You even see Lil Wayne and other people endorse Trump. So my thing is, vote for who you're going to vote for. Don't be swayed by a popular opinion or somebody that's a celebrity, a rapper, an entertainer, or dare I even say one of the elites, people that's living good and not paycheck to paycheck, probably like you and me. You lose your job or you have some financial hardship. A lot of us can't go 6 months. A lot of us can't even go 3 months without having to have your hand out and look for some type of assistance. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to jump on, D? See if I can get big time on the show. One of the topics today we're going to be talking about is Heaven Up in Harlem. I was going to talk about that a little later. Big time! That's my uncle for y'all that don't know. You know what I mean? Harlem's own D. Nico, and he is the the brother that orchestrates and is behind the Heaven Up in Harlem cookout. Like I said, we're going to be talking about that later, but my show is unscripted, it's unread, so we can talk about it now. This is going to be the 19th year. What's up, D? You already know. We live, we rolling with it right now. We live on Instagram and we live on YouTube. Sorry if you on YouTube watching. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see him, but at least y'all can hear what he's saying. Drop some shoes on us, good brother. I just got off the phone with you talking about the cookout. Looking forward to it as I am every year. And you know, tell us a little bit about the cookout. Just a little bit while you on for with us for a little bit.
No doubt. I mean, you know, Heaven Up in Harlem started from when I lost my man, my bro, LiVe.
Rest in peace, LiVe. That's right.
19 years now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I just want to keep his memory alive, keep his name. You know, so since then, unfortunately, been losing people back to back.
Every year. That's right.
Brothers.
Yep, sisters, aunts.
Sisters, family. So it's just grown into its own thing.
That's right.
You know, just to make a long story short, like this year, like the last previous 2 years, you know, I just figured, you know, like me and you was talking and I was seeing how, you know, being that I got this audience, I wanted to try to do something with it.
That's right.
Just having a good time, going in, eating chicken and drinking champagne.
That's right.
Doing our 1-2 DJ, spin a lot, whoever the fuck is DJing and all that. You know, we had a good time, but I just was saying, man, you know, we need to try to make something of it more, you know, beneficial to everybody.
More substance, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I always felt like I wanted everybody to know my sons. Like, I want niggas to know my son. Like, when you see my sons in the street, you know, I'm like on the type of dude, if I know your son, I see him out here in these streets, I'm gonna make sure you're all right. Like,
Absolutely.
You know, our sons be like, oh, what up, mom? And I treat him as such, you know, like, what up, nephew, you good? Everything all right? And I just felt like, you know, something so simple and basic probably could save lives.
It can.
Probably really, yeah, it could be really useful in our neighborhood, in the community. So, you know, like me and you were saying, you know, it's not really much, but if there's one little thing that we can do that might even help prevent our kids getting killed or some shit like that happening, you know, I feel like that's something we should all do.
Absolutely. You know what?
You know, this is a call to all my homies, brothers from Harlem, brothers from all
over.
If I don't know you, you know what I mean? If you got a son, you got kids, you know, you got, you know, a little youngin' that's out here and you're worried about him and shit. You know, I just think everybody should put forth an effort to try to do something that might help them in the long run. So I'm reaching out to all my homies, everybody from Harlem, if I know you, if I don't, like, love is love.
Love is love.
Like, bring your son out, you know, and let me introduce my son to your son, and let's get to know each other as men, and let our sons get to know each other and let's show them at the same time that brothers do be doing some real positive shit.
Absolutely.
Want to shoot a nigga all the time. It ain't all about wanting to, you know, just bang out like this nigga rat hates or something, all that. Like, we need to really take some time out and focus on our kids for one day, if nothing else.
Dante, what up?
Heaven Up in Harlem will be that day when we come out and pay homage. And, you know, I just want to say this too, you know, to all the ladies, all the women this year. You know, I know it takes a lot for y'all women to put your son's life in my hands or to bring them to a cookout when you know it's going to be a lot of guys.
Right. You never know what's going to go on.
But I'm promising you all, you know, everybody that come with their kids and all that, I'm going to make sure I do everything I could to make sure they safe. And just understand this too. You know, y'all might feel some type of way like, nah, and we don't really do this. We don't really bring our kids to certain. And that's cool. I understand that. Safety is first priority. But, you know, there's a possibility that bring it to this cookout.
It's always a possibility, but to your credit, to your credit and the people.
It might, you know, be somebody there they might meet that might be able to help them with something or whatever. So, you know, if it's worth the risk, I would take it. And the risk is worth it because, like I said, bringing your sons out and introducing them to my sons and my homies and everybody else, if it's a possibility, it might might save your son life one day walking around.
You never know. That's right.
I think y'all all should take it. You know what I mean? And don't say.
It's two things. There's two things I want to add in. One of them, the first one being, out of all the years that you've been doing, it's the 19th year. Out of the 18 previous years, it only been violence, what, 1 or 2 times? So that's a testament to the men that's did.
Let me correct you on that.
Okay, correct me on that.
Never
no violence. Okay.
No violence. None of that. One time we used to do it up at FBR.
Big facts.
It was our 10th year. You know what
So
I
that
mean?
was like, yeah, 015 or something like that, right?
After the joint, everybody had a great time, and after the joint, everybody was going to the cars, getting in the cars in the parking lot, and some little young knucklehead just felt like busting his gun in the head. You know what I mean? And once he busted the gun in the head, people ran, and the park shut us down. That's why we could never do it no more. And so I wouldn't think we had balance not one time.
So my bad. My correction.
Continue that, you know what I mean, that trend, because, when we get there, that's one thing that I preach. And let me make this clear to everybody. If you're going to come to heaven up in Harlem, oh yeah, we're going to have a good time.
Absolutely.
If you're the type of dude that want to stand in the cut, look all serious in the face, like, oh nah, I'm not with that, shaking hands and that.
Right.
Come this shit here, man. This ain't for you. This is for brothers that want to take a day and pay homage to their lost loved ones.
That's right.
And that want to try to build, man. You know what I mean? That really don't mind coming in the group with brothers and introducing themselves.
Interacting, right.
And it's like all the homies that's not with that just want to, nah, I ain't doing that shit. Don't come, bro. This ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? And anybody else, y'all welcome. Food is free, everything free. I try to make sure everybody eat. We have food all day long.
All day long.
It's a vibe, and it's a summer joint. We've been doing this shit for a long time.
For a long time.
With love. So
that's facts.
I really want y'all to bring y'all sons, though, man, because we can make this shit momentum. Like, we can make this shit monumental, rap.
Absolutely.
We can benefit from it. Our kids probably can benefit from it.
They will.
And if else, we're taking them out for a good time.
They will. Because like we was talking, what happens is I introduce you, you introduce me, that lessens the, I won't say toughness, but it lessens the animosity. It lessens the unfamiliarity. It's like, oh, nah, that's such and such cousin. Oh, they be over there. Nah, he was just here last year with his uncle and his family. And that helps us become more family, more acquainted with one another. So even if you may be rocking, with certain things, it's okay when you're around here or when you see me, you know that I may not be with that or still just all love. And, from yesteryear, I'll say that because it's a lot of Gen Zs and new people. At one point in time, when brothers seen each other, it was, what's up, brother, and right on, brother, and peace, my brother, and peace, king. We get away from that. And when you look at those Marvin Gaye years, if you will, brother, what's going on, you see the mindset of the Panthers and the different people. They show love to each other. They kept the neighborhood safe. Then it kind of got away till, what's up, dog, and my nigga, and, who these niggas rolling up. And it's like, nah, I'm from the same neighborhood you from, bro. I ain't got beef with you. We need to keep that energy going. So you're doing a great thing, and as always, I salute you for doing what you do. You know what I'm saying?
I really do, man. It means a lot coming from just you. If nobody else, I know it's official. You know what I mean?
No question.
Just you tapped on something real serious, bro. Like, those were the good days. Those are days I grew up in.
And I was a kid.
That's why I'm doing it. You know what I mean? But when you look around, you don't see that shit happening today. Everybody is listening to these rap songs.
Drill music.
That shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we was growing up, nigga, we was listening to Michael Jackson.
Right.
Type niggas getting the afro. We wanted to
Facts.
We wanted to get the ladies. Remember?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
The big the parties and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Vibe is just
different.
Now, it's just so reckless, man. Like, all respect due to everybody that rap and all that, but the music, man, I just want to say the music plays a big part too.
It does.
You get ready to work out, you throw on some workout music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all throwing some R&B shit, right? You know what I'm saying? This is fact.
Let's turn this shit down.
No question.
Nigga don't wanna hear. I'ma shoot you in your face. Line and all this bubblegum shit all day long, bro.
That's right.
So, like I said, no disrespect to no rappers and their craft.
Right.
You gonna get money. If you talk about killing another nigga that look like you today, you're gonna have a hit tomorrow.
Yeah.
They putting that shit out.
They putting that shit out ASAP. That's a fact.
Just make a song about killing another brother that look like you. I guarantee you make a hit, bro. They gonna put you out.
Like this.
Put some shit out there talking about sticking together. Want some love, we blah. You know, we probably won't even get heard. So
That's true.
this shit is some real OG talk right now.
No question. Speak up, my brother.
To the people that's knowledgeable and that want to make a change, because there's a lot of us that's ready to make a change.
Absolutely.
This thing get upon us, man. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So I need all the real farmers, all the real men.
Come on out.
And all that. Homie, step up, man.
That's right.
Come hang out with the homies, man. Come have a drink, let's smoke something, let's break bread.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good time, man. You know, bring your son and let's make this shit beneficial.
In politics. That's right. Mobilize.
Like I said, it's a possibility that something simple as this cookout might wind up saving one of your kids' life.
That's a fact.
My thing is, if it's a possibility that something can help save my son or killer, I'm doing it. I'm going to take that step out. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
So, just know from me to y'all, I got y'all.
No doubt.
Y'all, anything you need, anything you want, just holler at me. I'll make sure I get it to you if I got it. You know what I mean? Food, drinks, whatever we doing, you know, we vibing out. You know, and then this year we want to add the little car show. We're doing a car show because we got the big Icon Stadium.
The Icon Stadium, folks.
No, clean the car, clean the machines up like this is some real hard shit.
That's right.
Stay fly. Stay driving machines and, you know, from the rich Porter days, God bless.
Rest in peace. That's right.
We do it too. You know, this shit go back. You know, all the homies. But that's what home niggas do. We like to get fly. We like
Get money, that's right.
Some clean all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I know. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Come out and shake out with us, bro.
You already.
That's on August the 10th. It's a Saturday.
Saturday.
I'll rock out, man. I don't even know who the DJs is because, you know, between us, you know, everybody want to get paid for everything.
Right.
Shit like this shit, I ain't getting no money. This shit,
And you've been doing it for free for years. For years. Weed, liquor, food, shrimp, salmon, you know, bus rides, you know what I mean? Everything.
Yeah. So when they come to me and they be like, yo,
I need, yeah, I understand.
I'm like, damn, bro, get back to Harlem.
Give back, right.
Like, you from Harlem, this is where you from. This is
One day out the year, bro. One day.
Why you gotta pay a nigga to come pay homage to where you from? Niggas stay screaming, Harlem. But you know, show your love back.
Show your love.
You know, like it's a good vibe, man.
Honor your loved ones. Right.
Yeah, that's why I really ain't got a DJ and nothing locked in right now. I'm trying to see who wanna spin, who wanna rock out and represent Harlem from the heart this year.
Okay.
But you know, make sure y'all pull up, man. And like
Yeah, people, make sure y'all pull up. YouTube, make sure y'all pull up.
Like that, but you know, the risk might be worth it. You know, because the reward is everything.
The reward is everything.
Yourself and your kids to everybody else, their kids and shit. You know what I mean? Like that. You know, let's have a good time.
Have a good time. Come on out. That's right. All right, big time. I appreciate you dropping in, taking time out, and obviously I'll be there, God willing. We both alive. I'm gonna speak a little bit more because I know you was being a little modest and humble, but I gotta take him back a few years, like walking around like, here, nephew, go get this out. I'm walking around giving out buds and giving out bottles of champagne, and it's a good vibe. And you know, a lot of people don't do that. That's you know, speaking of celebrities or just whoever, you know, they don't have a long run like this. In fact, a lot of people don't have a run like this. So it truly is a unique thing. It truly is a special thing. And like I said, it more from just a cookout until now it's a whole community. We had a Nation of Islam there. We had people speaking there. We have people, you know, giving little talent shows and spitting their raps and all that. We have a lot of people come out, vendors. So it is a big epic event, and you did that, as like Nas say, you did your big one. So, you know, we salute you for that. And everybody else that's behind the scenes, like you said, it's no sponsors. It's just regular people like us, him and other people that do the cooking, that do the cleaning, that do all these things that make the day go good. You know, salute to those people, because y'all make it work as well. You know what I'm saying? You already know. Love is love, big time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Love y'all, man. All one time for the win, man.
You already know.
Major.
Yeah, kid, that feeling. That feeling. You know what I mean?
That authentic thing, man.
That feeling.
So I see y'all on this fifth Saturday, man.
That's right.
Make sure y'all get the machines cleaned and all that. Throw your machine in the motherfucking car show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be giving out prizes for the, you know,
For the number one prize, right?
in certain categories, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we still got the Paid in Full 2 movie coming out. We still gonna be working on that. So the winner of the car show, or the Paid in Full car, you know, y'all have 2 things that y'all win. Y'all get a prize. We're giving away trophies,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, y'all car will be in Paid in Full.
In the movie, right? Nice.
And my man Dane want to have a one-on-one little dinner, you know, invite the winner out to dinner with Dane
Okay.
and chop it up.
Something mean. Nice.
You know, got a bunch of things shaking right down in the pot. I'm gonna see what's gonna come out by then. We're gonna have some more things going. But yeah, make sure y'all come out. It's gonna be a beautiful day.
That's right, people. I want to see y'all there. All right.
Yeah. Salute to you, brother.
Salute, big time. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, my king.
All right, people. So you had it here first. I'm glad he called up. And, you know, my show is unscripted, so we was going to start with some other shit, but he called, and we talked about having up in Harlem. Looking forward to seeing y'all come on out, you know what I mean? Let's get to this other shit, though. You got to log off, D. I can't do it. You got to do it. And, you know, in that same vein that he was speaking about, you know, I was going to lead into the topic before I get into having Harlem. You know, a lot of people that's from Harlem, you know, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're a DJ, whether you're an actor, well, you know, however you made it, you know, they don't do things like this. And this is not to call out anybody in particular. You could just go off your own name if you from, you know, wherever you from. Obviously, if you from Brooklyn or whatever, or you from, you know, the Bronx and the BX, etc. You know, we all got legends, if you will, from different places, you know, and people pass, or, you know, people made it, got it out the mud, as they say, then they shoot to the top, and now all of a sudden they all the way up. You know, they really, you know, give back or show love in a certain type of way, as in this way, you know, with the cookout and, you know, food free every year that I participated in since this shit started. Ain't too many people doing that. You know what I mean? Everything free, from the bus ride all the way up to, you know, the FDR Park when we was doing it there. And it done bounced around a few different places, obviously. You know, when a whole bunch of black folks come, a lot of times these places and destinations, they make you do a little song and dance just so you can, you know, get the venue and get the spot. But let's get back to the top topic, right? We're gonna go back to the top, and I was, you know, about to just, you know, get into the Kamala Harris. Obviously, she's spinning in the clip, and rightfully so. She is now the nominee, I think, today. Barack Obama. Mildred on the check-in. Malibu, Tamika, what's up? I wasn't screaming no names out for the people checking in. I appreciate everybody watching on Instagram and YouTube, because I was trying to listen to what he's saying and engage in the conversation. You know what I mean? But anyway, plus the screen was a little funny. But anyway, rightfully so, she's the nominee right now, right? Barack endorsed her. He was kind of like waiting to the end. And I think that was like a political ploy, if you will. Because it's like, if everybody endorsed at one time, then it just looks like a coronation. It's like, yeah, we just giving it to her, and we do supposed to be in a, you know, a democratic society or democracy where we get to pick and choose and put candidates in front of us, and then us as the people, we get to say, all right, well, we want to choose this person, or what you going to do for us. So if they would have just ushered that in, which they still kind of did, know the Republicans is mad. And again, if you just joining or you're not familiar with Popovich TV, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. If I was anything, probably as independent maybe. I only voted one time, and that was for Barack Obama. My president is black. My Lambo's blue. And for like a lot of reasons that people was going to vote for Kamala now, is because he was black, right? Even though he had the name that sounded like it was Arabic or he was from overseas, we still was voting for Barack. And no matter which side of the ledger you fall on, as far as him doing a good job or him doing a bad job, his hands was tied with Congress instead of he ain't do nothing for blacks. You know, that's in the past. There's nothing we could do about it. Moving forward, a lot of people is going to just vote for her because she's black. And if that's your only criteria, then all be it. I ain't going to get up here and say, don't vote for her. I will just say, like I always been saying, I'm going to stand firm on my shit. No matter who you vote for, don't let somebody that's a celebrity, don't let, an actor or athlete or some shit happen in the news sway you. Vote because that's what you want to do. Make sure it aligns with your views. And this is why, right, before we get off the topic. Obviously, now that she is the top of the top, people going to scrutinize. People going to put her under the microscope like anybody else that's going to run the country. Anybody that's going to run for the office of presidency, they all need to be put under the microscope. And now that it's politics and people paying millions of your hard-earned money that you donate to these campaigns, like when you do your taxes, which I did for like 5 or 6 years, right here in Harlem, 125th. Y'all know the story, right? You know that little section where they say, do you want to donate to your party, whatever political party you with, and you put $5, you put $2, all these monies that we put, and even the Zoom calls. It seems that she had 40,000, black sisters right to the rescue. Then the next day it was like 20,000 brothers. Now I'm hearing there's like 200,000 white women, and there's supposed to be some white men doing something similar. So she's rallying. But I said that to say these campaigns that they put out, and Kamala Harris was this, or Donald Trump was that. Those are your tax money. That's the tax dollars. That's your donations, all just to sling mud. So although you gearing up to vote for whoever you're going to vote for, you're going to hear some things. You're going to hear, she wasn't with reparations, and she did say that. You're going to hear her say, I'm not going to just do things for black people. If I do something for black people, it's going to be beneficial to everybody. And that made me say when I seen the clips, because they're going to start spinning, anything that she did say when she was running in 2020, they're going to come out now. And, it might ruffle your feathers. It might make you hate the black man. It might make you be online arguing with women. And in my opinion, it's all just conquer and divide, race bait, battle of the sexes bait, because she is a woman. And whether she's going to make history or not is still remain to be seen. But in that clip that the young lady did ask her, so are you for reparations? She stuttered a little bit. Then she just was like, well, I'm sure y'all seeing the clips now because they spinning. She ultimately, her bottom line was, I'm not going to just do something just for blacks. If I do something for black folks, it's going to benefit all folks. And that's cool. That's great. But if that's the case and that really is the bottom line, the reparations is going to benefit everybody too. Because we'll get some money, we'll spend it this place, we'll build businesses, we'll leave some, some wealth and some legacy towards our kids, etc. And, we're going to go buy Louis, Gucci, Poochie, and all that shit. We're going to go buy them all. So it will benefit. So, when she say stuff like that, it's like, but I get it. A lot of people like, yo, it's her or it's Trump. Same thing with if it was Biden or it's Trump. I get it. The immunity with the police. And then you got, which my next topic, because I ain't going to, stay too political. I don't know enough. I didn't major. It wasn't my major in college. I didn't go to college. I got my GED up north. And, I'm not a count 1, 2, 3. I'm being funny, but I'm not. So I'm not the most, critically acclaimed when it comes to this shit. But I do have common sense. I do think black people, before we get off of this, should do what everybody else do. When I mean everybody else, I mean the Jews, the Asians, the Arabs, the LGBTQRA. I'm being funny, but I'm not. We should demand some shit. We should ask for some shit. Because Dr. Umar, it seemed like he going at her. But really, he's just telling y'all whoever's going to vote for her, like, that's cool. But just make sure you hold her feet to the fire before you just give her the power. Like, you know what I mean? Once they got the power, that's it. And I started the show before D called, you know, Hillary, you come with the hot sauce in your purse. You know you're not walking around with hot sauce in your purse. Oh, but because you heard Beyonce say she got the hot sauce in her purse, you thought that was going to be appealing. You thought that was going to appease the motherfucker. Oh, you show up to the rally, you see a cute little black baby conveniently right in the front. So you just trot on over, you kiss the black baby. Like, we know they do these things to get our vote. And so instead of just, you know, as people used to say of yesteryear, you know, why buy the cow if the milk is free? So if I'm fucking you for free, like, won't you fuck me for free? Like the song, you know what I mean? If I'm getting the buns for free, and you saying I don't got to put a ring on it, you saying I don't got to, you know, do no manly duties, I ain't got to fix the tire, I ain't got to fix the sink, I ain't got to put another fucking door on the cabinet, I don't got to do anything to get the most, you know, not the most precious, but, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying. If it's for free, then once I got it, what makes you think I'm going to do it anyway? Oh, because it's going to be like Sunshine from the movie Boomerang. Throw sunshine on, you know what I mean? When you get a girl and go to, and then you're going to be on the phone like, honey, tell the kids I love them. No, it's not going to work that way. They're going to do what they've been doing. They're going to give you a little something, and then they on to the next. And this is the last thing, because I can't be long-winded. It's my show, right? I truly believe, yeah, right here in America, the government is the government. Darren Warren, what's the word? Jersey City Mike. The government is the government. Say that again. Like, the government is the government for the people in the back. That means both governments. Democrats and Republicans and independents. And the people are the people. People going to stay here. Well, the government is going to be here. And we live on Instagram, we live on YouTube. And the people are down here. It's never equal, even though they work for us. Even though we put them in office. So as long as they can keep us going along, getting along, with no matter what type of shit they throw out there. And you know, sometimes it's predictable programming. Y'all seen the movie, it's an excellent movie. One of my favorites. Sawfish. Anybody in the comments know Sawfish? John Travolta, Halle Berry, who was the other main actor there? Can't think of it. It definitely was John Travolta. He was the antagonist, he was the bad guy. But he was the government, for those that didn't see the movie. And I truly believe government do shit like that. Maybe not kill kids, or maybe so. I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged on Instagram. Just to get what they want. So meaning that we're gonna put up an evil, or we're gonna do some shit to move the people in the way we want, so we can get what we want. Just don't be naive to that. Tuskegee experiment, the COVID vaccine. Now they're saying, yo, that shit was wrong. It was against the law. It ain't even do nothing anyway, but they forced you to do it. Shit like that, you know what I mean? So it just is what it is. But speaking of the immunity for the police, it's another video, unfortunately, that's spinning in the clip, as I like to say. And y'all seen it by now. I want to talk about it in the sense of, you know, just I'm seeing two different videos, so it's hard to predict what's real and what's not real. And either way, whether she had the pot throwing or she didn't, right? Because I seen two videos. The one I seen where she had the pot still was on TikTok, and obviously the one that everybody is seeing, you know, on YouTube, on the different news networks, and even on Instagram, right? She was just bending down with the two mittens, and we're talking about, you know, Sean Grayson, piece of shit, scum of the earth, scumbag motherfucker, right? It's just totally, you know, an unthinkable thing. You know what I mean? People comparing it to Floyd. You know what I mean? I don't know which one is worse. I just know it was a black person, unfortunately, on the wrong end of the stick, as it seems like it is always. You know what I mean? They must not be knowing what I'm doing on the show. Let me just go in quick. We on the bad end of the stick, you know what I mean? It seems like always. And, you know, they arrested him, so that's the start. Is he going to be prosecuted? Is he going to be convicted? I hope the fuck so. Like, I hope they make an example out of him. You know, like the other dude, I can't even think of the other dude name that did it to Floyd. Allegedly stabbed up in prison or something happened to him. And it should, right? When you do stuff like how they do. And I know I was going to be political, right? But I'm going to go back, because if I was president, like, you know what I mean? This is one of the things I would do with the police. I'm surprised this just hasn't been done yet. I know it's like prison reforms, police reforms. People always introducing, new ideas or new ways of doing things, so to speak, new methods of doing things. This is definitely one that I think should be implemented. And if I was the president, this would be mandatory for all police. Before you even could be a policeman, 2 years community service, working in the neighborhoods that you're going to be patrolling. Basketball games, barbershops, talks, barbecues, speaking, doing community work, garden work, you know what I mean? Speaking to the people that you're going to be policing. I think that should be mandatory. And if I was the president, or if I had the power to change some shit, that's what I would be. And what I think what would happen is, for the people that just want to get in, and they only say Gaily life, savage life, they wouldn't want to be officers. A lot would be like, damn, I got to do 2 years of community service, working in the neighborhood. I want to be patrolling and, running through lights, flashing the lights and doing some shit and working with these people, because it forces you to get to know the people. It forces you to, to see how life operates and what people going through on a daily basis. Then you get the badge. Then you can come to the neighborhood and patrol, because now you'll have a little rapport. Whereas we hear a lot of times, you live in Long Island, you live in the Hamptons, or you live in New Rochelle, or you live somewhere, and you come to New York City, and now you in Brooklyn somewhere in the Crown Heights, or you in Flatbush, or you in Brownsville, or you in the Bronx, and you over there by Bronx River, or you over there, like on Morriside or wherever you at, and you're doing the most. You're doing shit like him. And I seen one video, right? I seen one officer, right? Female officer. We need more officers doing this.
Hi, white woman cop here. I just want to talk about Sonia Massey. I've been in law enforcement 7 years, and I've seen a lot of fucking bullshit.
I'm sure she has.
And I'm telling you right now, that video of that officer unaliving that poor woman is fucking disgusting. As a cop, I am completely disgusted with not only my duty and my profession right now, but all my other law enforcement officers who are refusing to speak out against this.
Wow.
I mean, this goes beyond a law enforcement. This goes to a humanity factor. This officer went into the situation wanting to kill someone. Why are there not more officers speaking out against this? That is not what I signed up to do this job for. And any cop that does not speak out against this is just as guilty. In fact, we should be the first ones speaking out against our own people that are doing this stuff. This is murder. Yeah, it's murder. When I signed up to be a law enforcement officer,
I mean, she said what she said, and she 100% right. She 1,000% right. And, this is why, again, I know I'm going to be political, right? But this is why a few bad lawyers, a few, Black Diamond, what's the word? A few bad cops, a few bad baby daddies, a few bad baby moms, like, one bad apple could spoil you the bunch. And so it's very important that, like she said, she a cop. I don't know what state she in, can't really tell what type of uniform. She look like she a state trooper. They supposed to be the first to raise their hand in the classroom when the teacher asks y'all to read, like, yo, we can't have this. You're supposed to condemn it, because when you don't, you make everybody look bad. Zacchaeus, what's the word? You make everybody look bad. And I had Ryan. Ryan Tillman. He an officer, ex-officer. Now he an Instagrammer, an influencer, if you will. And he got the Breaking Barriers United. And I follow his channel on Instagram. He be breaking down like all of the footage and shit. He was disgusted, and a lot of times he kind of be on the officer side, but it's just certain things that you can't. You can't. You have no excuse for it. You can't sweep it under the rug. You can't even try to fix your face to say that it's justifiable, because clearly it wasn't. I seen in another channel, right? forget the brother name. I want to say he the whole guru on Instagram. He was talking with his sister about it, and I won't say he was being insensitive because we all out of here. That's just the truth. It's Friday, best day, blessed day. I go to service on Friday, hear the good word, try to build that spiritual barrier back up for the everyday bullshit that be going on, and the evils be at work, like some whole shit, and the evils to get that armor back on. So I won't say that he was being distasteful, and I thought he had a valid point, just the way he was saying it. But he was like, if she had a man home, right? Normally, when it's a prowler or a strange sound at the door, strange, from the window, the balcony, or whatever. If you got a man and you got a partner, well, I'm assuming if you with the LGBTQ or whatever, and it's two women, whoever's the, maybe both of y'all gonna go, or maybe one of y'all gonna go with the bat or the knife or the gun, or the Wolverine claws, right? You know what I mean? Like, big gun, what's the word? Speaking of guns, right? If it's two women in the house and they on some lesbian shit, who goes to the front door with the bat or the gun or the taser? And pretty much what the brother was saying to the woman, they was talking about Sergeant Messi, rest in peace, condolences to her family. He was like, when you're in a relationship, if it is a strange sound at the door, normally the man is gonna go take a look and and see what it is. And that's why even I don't be agreeing with it, but I understand this relationship etiquette, it's the Western shit where you walking on the street, you're supposed to walk on the outside of your woman, case of car. They always give the worst scenario, right? Case a bus come up, like you gonna stop the bus, it's not gonna hit her, or you're supposed to push her out the way. You're supposed to put your life on the line, like dun dun dun, on some 50 Cent shit. Your life's on the line, and that's our job. We accept it. New life. What's the word? We accept it as the man. You say, I got the cojones. My shit is on the outside of the body. I do the sticking. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to take the bullet. I'm supposed to, confront the danger. And we do it. Most of us, right? Even some of us, even though the narrative is, brothers don't do it, we see a lot of times strangers do step up, into a situation that they don't got no business stepping up to. Something happens to them, they get unalive, they get beat up. Chick tell them, mind your fucking business. Me and my man arguing. We don't see it. So brothers is coming to more, I won't say realization, but it's like thinking about it a little bit more before I just react. Thinking about it a little bit more. But he was right. The brother, whole guru or whatever his name is, that she did have, if her son was there. See, she got a son, she got a father. And there's still no excuse why she should be dead, because the officer was way wrong. And like the father is saying, now in the clips that's spinning, we want more people held accountable. It's good that y'all, arrested him, charged him. Hopefully he's prosecuted, and hopefully he's sent away forever. Forever, ever? Well, not like Outkast. Forever, ever. Right, forever, ever. Never to see daylight again. The 2 DUIs, the transferring from different, police department to police department. And you say, damn, how the fuck did these scumbags slip through the cracks like this? You know what I mean? And they still able to police the black and brown neighbors. And again, it's just unfortunate. But the people that allowed this, meaning like you knew he came from the other department. You knew his rap sheet was a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. You knew this nigga was a piece of shit. Why he still on the floor? Why he not on desk duty? Why he not doing some shit with no weapon? Why, see what I mean? Like, why did he even enter the crib? And, again, it's just unfortunate, and we need to do something about it. We definitely need to do something about it. Marching is good, getting the laws changed is even better. Signing those, those petitions, and like I said, if you're just joining in, if I was in charge and I could make some shit change and happen, before you can be a policeman or policewoman, for those that's on YouTube and we live on Instagram too, I appreciate you. Hit the like button before you leave. 2 years of community service in the community you're going to be working at, and watch mad officers exit stage left. Damn, I got to go clean up garbage and talk to black and brown kids at the school and at the basketball games, and I got to do this type of shit. I don't want to do that. I just wanted to get the gun and have a badge and police and control some motherfuckers. I guarantee if they come up with a law like that or some type of legislation that says they gotta do 2 years of community service first, a lot of officers will back out. And so the ones that stay, most likely, and this is, obviously you can't tell what's in somebody's heart, probably a good person, probably is humane, probably got some morals about them, probably stand on some principles and not there just to racial profile or catch a body about a week ago. They probably, you can get through the 2 years of community service. You're going to get paid, but you're going to work in the community with no gun. You can have the uniform, no gun. You don't arrest nobody. You're there to serve and work. Then you get the gun. Then you get the badge. But a lot of officers, males and females, won't sign up for that. They be like, nah, I don't want to do this. And why you think they ain't gonna want to do it? Why you think they ain't gonna want to do it? Chill. Why you think they ain't gonna want to do it? Because it gets to show your intentions now. Instead of just getting the gun and the badge and running the streets, 2 years of community service? You can't arrest nobody, you can't lock nobody up, you can't carry no gun. You just cleaning and working and talking to the youth, talking to the parents. How many gonna sign up? I bet a lot of them gonna spin the block like, nah, this ain't for me. This is what I ain't signed up for. We need something like that. That would weed out all of the bullshit, if you ask me. Let's get to this next topic though, right? Let's get to this shit with Rick Ross. Cause y'all know Rick Ross, him and 50, they got a long battle. You know what I mean? Marianne, what's the word? They got a long battle dating all the way back to You Won't Believe with T, you told me. Like, y'all auntie now? Some of y'all that be praising her and bigging her up. She got her own podcast now, right, with the other crazies. Yeah, that same one, this beef goes all the way back to then. And it ain't stopped. They've been trolling. Obviously, Rick Ross just was in Canada, got beat up. We did the show on that. 50 Cent was trolling. Well, now Rick Ross came out and said this. I guess a fan asked him or whatever. And this is what he had to say. And I salute it. A lot of people in the comments is they ain't really liking it. Classic. What's the word? A lot of people ain't
I want to make this clear. I was just asked a question. I see what's still going on with you and 50 Cent. You mean you won't do no business with 50 Cent? I would. 50 Cent, I see you raising money for your film ideas. You asked a close friend of mine. I saw the renderings, the drawings of what you believe your studio could be like in Shreveport. I'm going to give you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to come sit down at the table and present your ideas. I won't make you any promises. Men in business don't discuss the past. It's new money, I'll consider it. You know where I'm at financially. I could change your life.
to change your life part, I mean, like,
I want to make this.
You don't know if Ross, I think he trolling, I mean, because it's like, change your life. What's the other shit he said? Change your life and you know where I'm at fine. Even Ross got money, right? You see people in the comments, mostly broke people like myself. We ain't got it. We ain't rich. We ain't sitting on no M's. Lamo, what's the word, right? For the brokies. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say you ain't got $1 million in the stash, and not even in the stash, just in the bank account. You know what I mean? With disposable cash, a lot of assets laying around where you making money off your assets so you can spend on your liabilities. A lot of us don't have that. A lot of us we live in paycheck to paycheck, and if another financial crisis was to strike us, we will be struck down like lightning. You know what I mean? We gonna be messed up. He rich. 50 Cent is rich. So, it ain't no real disparity. And maybe obviously one got more, and I don't know who. But yeah, a lot of people in the comments like 50 don't need him, and he don't. They don't need each other, right? They obviously made it to be millionaire status on their own, so they don't need nobody. Rick Ross don't need nobody. 50 Cent don't need nobody. They both got hella money. They both doing hella good. So you got people in the comments like, 50 Cent don't need him, and Ross got more. They arguing, who got more, right? I don't know who got more, and I don't care. What I do agree with Ross, if he's not trolling, is people that got money and it's about new money. You don't really care about what's going on in the past, especially it wasn't no life lost. There wasn't no blood spilled. You know, obviously I know it was a confrontation. I think they got at what's his name? Gunplay. They got at his man Gunplay. You know what I mean? Tore his dreads out or whatever that that altercation that had happened. But ultimately it was nothing that's you can't come back from. And if you ask me, you know, people that is in their position, you know, fame, celebrityism, notoriety, you know, it's hard to get there and be the best around. And nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Like to get to the top of the top, it's hard to be the best around. You know what I mean? That's why I always play and sing the song and say that shit, because it is. You know what I mean? Dominican pen, what's the word? It's hard to be the best around. And when you do become the best around and you get to their status, it's hard to stay there. People are always, you know, looking to sabotage you, you know, and do shit to get you to fall from the top of that ladder. So it's imperative, if you will, and even behoove you to not work with like-minded people. People that got money that can invest and, you know, see the same vision that you do. That's how you keep the money growing. That's how you keep the money circulating. And, you know, it's just like with rap. And I was speaking with somebody about this, and everybody that we thought of, they was from the past. And it's like, yeah, people, we sure, in our conversation I'm talking about, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about in a minute. In our conversation with my guy, we was like, we sure that, you know, the Hoves of the world, right? The 50 Cents of the world, they got foundations, they employ people, they doing shit. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put other people on to get money. And the quote Hove is like, if he said, if your crew is rich, then your crew is rugged. Nobody will fall because we'll be each other's crutches. So if I'm in a jam somehow and I was up, and my buddies is millionaires like me or like I once was, it's nothing for me to get 200,000, 300,000. It's not just regular people, your family. You made it so they ask you for money. That's why I said the people that's in your circle. You go down, you have a hardship, one of your businesses crumble or child support, or you end up getting taken for your money in a divorce or whatever, right? Financially a big hit. You still could come back up quickly because the people in your circle will be the crutch for you. What you need, my nigga, I'm gonna throw this in the LLC, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna grant you this, I'm gonna send this through a trust. I got you, I'm gonna alley-oop you so you can get back up. And that's why I always quote Wu-Tang, where they're like, my seeds go with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family. That's how we keep this thing of ours going. It's only like when one person is good and everybody else is doing bad. Now if something happens to you, you're done. You just became a resident of Queens and you did it and done. Like you're done. Because you got nobody to help you. Hitman, what's the word? Like you got nobody to help you. But if you got people that's rocking with you, that's also in good positions, all of y'all will have to go down in order for the empire to crumble. And what happens is you see, while Broho, like you had The Rock, right? Who else put on since those yesteryears? Nas, you had what's the brother name? Quan, right? As day comes and night falls for the rest of our lives. We'll put him on. Got Dr. Dre, obviously Eminem, 50, and they went on, you know, Eminem with D12, etc. And people put people on. Well, you gotta say Cam, obviously Dipset, Jim Jones put Max. You know what I mean? Rest in peace. Person they just found the murder for. Fucking can't think of his name. Out of Queens. It's gonna come to me. You know, French, etc. And then you look now and you say, in the last few years, who's putting anybody on? Who's throwing that alley-oop? And the conversation I had with Angela Yee some years ago, right? Maybe like 2012? Long time ago. And I know the climate and things in the rap world has changed now. You don't really so much need nobody to put you on. But this is what she said to me. And this is a true story, right? Shout out to Jatan outside of her shoe store, Jamie Tay Shoes. She was like hosting it for her, some shit, right? And Jocelyn was there, Stevie, a couple other, you know, celebrity people from hip hop, loving hip hop and shit, right? So anyway, we was talking because I had an artist at the time. I was trying to get on, right? And we was shopping. But she was like, it's two ways you get on. She's like, either you work hard as a motherfucker till you force them to come knock on your door like, yo, who is this person bringing all the ruckus? Like, you know what I mean? On some mutation, bring the motherfucking ruckus. You making them knock on your door because you created so much of a buzz and you got so much movement with your movement, they gonna come to you and try to offer you deals. Or the second way was, she said, you get ushered in. Somebody throw you an alley-oop and they endorse you, and then after that spotlight is on you for whatever that little bit of time is. Now you do what you do with it. So back to Rick Ross and 50 Cent again. They don't need each other. Would it be good for them to work with each other? I don't see anything wrong coming out of it. I can only see them getting more money. You know what I mean? Putting more money in their bank account, like 50 Cent said on Piggy Bank. More money, more money, more money, more money. Leave the beef alone. Obviously they're a little old, but we know 50 Cent is a troll. I guess his ex girlfriend or whatever, or maybe one of his baby moms. They was in Travis Scott video, and you got Rick Ross like, I'm wearing Travis Scott's all week. Then you follow that up with the video of, y'all doing business. So I don't know if he trolling, because they definitely king of the trolls. They definitely both king of the trolls. But I don't see nothing wrong with them working with each other, right? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this last year, right? I got to go there. I ain't gonna be too long today with it. I got to make some moves. The Cash Doll, right? Detroit rapper. She was spinning in the clip recently for breaking up with her baby father, her kid's father, and I believe she got two of them, just one freshly newborn, right? But she went on her live. She was especially when you got a daughter, you ain't gonna just stand for certain shit. And if you seen the live or you seen the little clips that I'm talking about, I ain't really familiar with her like that. Can't even mention one of her songs, and I'm not being funny. I probably have to go to Tidal, which is where I get my music from, and look at her top songs, like what's the top songs of hers, right? But I see she be spinning in the clip a lot on the Shade Room and the Neighborhood and all these blogs, right? She, hip hop shit. Females, they rocking the airwaves right now. Whether that shit be bleeding your ears or not, we know that that's what it is, right? Seemed a little masculine in this talk that she was talking, and like I always say when I talk about being a single baby moms and the whole talk of should you marry before you carry, and even though shit can still happen if you put the ring on it or you let him put a ring on it, you still could get divorced. He still could be a piece of shit. He still could be a narcissist. He still could be on dope, coke, drugs. Like he still could be the king of the Bloods and the Yektais, Latin king. Like he could be all that, right? Ladies, like where the ladies? We about to end the show, but where the ladies at? He could be all that, even after he put a ring on it. Granted, but is it still better to get the ring first? Put your life on the line when you carry a baby, and then you ultimately deliver the baby. It's not a 100%, even though the mortality rate obviously is down. Even though I do still believe it's up between the black and the brown, but it's down. So the chances is slim, but it still can happen. And so it's like baby, but no last name, and the highest honor. But even outside of all, I said all that to say, for the single ladies, right, and the baby mamas, and the babies' mamas, and mamas, and you sorry, Miss Jackson, Andre 3000? Like she said in her video, and I know that smacked the taste out of a lot of women's mouths that was watching. That's why the Cash Doll chick who we talking about, she threw that up there and thought she was eating in her live with her friend in the back taking the shit in the bathroom, which was really nasty. She thought she was going to eat and get the echo chamber, and she didn't. But that's why she came back and let's talked about Fat Joe last week, Remy Ma, the celebrities and the people that made it, whether the fans helped them or not, or whether they was a shrewd business person and they did everything on their own to become rich. Once you rich, that's the trump card. I hate to say it like that, but that's what she said. She said, I'm rich. And I don't know if she's rich or not, but it do matter. If you're a single baby mother and you're rich, you don't really have nothing to worry about. I mean, obviously, if you got boys, maybe you can hire some mentors and, you can hire some men to step in at critical points and junctures in the child's life to help them be from boys to men, or, their uncles and their cousins and things like that. You can have nannies, you can have chefs, You can have anybody that you want because you're rich. But when you're not rich and you live in day to day and you poor and you don't got it like that, then being single with a child is rough. It's rough as a motherfucker. Why do you think people get, I mean, like, women are honestly just getting their phones and really posting it up and crying. Like, you press and record to cry for the world. Are you doing it for sympathy? Are you doing it because you want views? Like, why are you doing that? Now, I get it. If you was live and something happened, you know, you get some bad information, but really just setting up your camera and you going live, or you making a video with you crying with your baby in your hand, and nobody cares. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Maybe your family, some couple other people, but in the overall scheme of things, people don't care. And I know that sounds harsh, especially if you're a man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody cares. You got to figure it out somehow. It's the same thing with that. It's like, you should have chose better. You should have did better. You should have made better decisions. You should have moved some things around, and maybe you wouldn't be in this predicament. But she didn't say what he did. Cash doll. She didn't say, you know, he beat me, and you told Harpo to beat me. She didn't say he was a drug user. You know, he was cheating. You know, maybe she didn't want to put the business out, but you just had the baby. Second time. So you didn't see none of the signs after the first baby. Then she went to the baby in the video that I'm talking about. She didn't show the person that was holding the baby, and she didn't show her baby. But she, you know, ran her hands through the baby hair and was like, you got some good hair, gorgeous, and was calling her China doll. And, you know, black folks, and particularly black women, like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Like, you're going to have some babies, and you're going to give a nigga some pussy that you think going to make you have some beautiful babies. Some gorgeous babies. My son is handsome. My daughter's gorgeous. It seems like that's more important than the quality of the man, the integrity of the man, the character of the man, his morals, his values, his principles. Do he believe in the Most High? Or is he on some devil worship shit? Don't seem like that shit matter. And recently, I know we're talking about a cash doll, but what's this chick name? Simone. B. Simone, right? She was recently speaking, not about Soulja Boy, even though that's spinning in the clip right now. Big dog forever, what's the word? But when she was talking about God, she was like, she never had a man pray over her, pray with her, you know, lead with faith. And as I started thinking about it, I said, damn, I mean, a lot of people is away from the churches now. You know, I follow the Islamic faith, so I see men of faith all the time. They may not be perfect, they may not be doing everything, but talking about droves every day. You can walk in the masjid at any prayer time. There's people in there praying and, you know, trying to do the right thing, right? Maybe she's looking in the wrong place. But I said, damn, it is a lack of, you know, God awareness. People always say Most High first, especially when they give their speeches, when they win their little awards, and, you know, people recognize. They always say they put God first all the time, right? Red Robin, what's the word? They always say they put God first. But do they, right? And it's not to sit on the high horse, because I'm not perfect. Y'all know that. But I'm only speaking about the B. Simone and what she said. And I said, damn, do they really want a guy like that? Do you really want somebody to pray over you? Do you really want somebody to pray with you? Do you really want somebody to lead with faith? And then when you take a survey of the dating market and the dating world, depending on your age, Gen Z, or you my Generation X, or you fall in the middle, millennial, wherever you at. And you gotta say, if that was the case, right? If she wanted that, I'm sure she could get it. But the question is that just a soundbite, B. Simone, or do you really want that? And I posed this question last Malcolm X birthday. Rest in peace, Malcolm X. I am Malcolm X. Appreciate you if you're watching on YouTube and you're watching on Instagram, right? We're about to get out of here, like 2 more topics, and we out of here, right? If he was alive today, type of man he was, fiery, fierce, man, right? Tell it like it is, no matter who it is. Would women want to date him? Would they want to marry him? Would they want to follow his lead? Somebody like a Farrakhan. Somebody in that vein, that's stern, ain't really with the shucking and jiving and the foolishness. That ain't gonna have you taking 1,000 selfies every day, doing 1,000 videos with your face like this and fixing your hair on live for people to just come look at you, sit there doing your hair. Some dumb shit, right? And get your money the way you get it, because they on TikTok getting a couple dollars. I joined TikTok maybe like a month ago now, right? Get your bag if that's what you're gonna get. But do you really want somebody to lead in that way? Are you gonna follow? Megan Good had somebody like that, right? See, she was married to the pastor. Shaquille O'Neal, or Shawnee O'Neal, aka Henderson now, right? She got somebody like that. Is it gonna last? Is she gonna get bored with him? Because that's the boring guy. The church guy, the religious guy, the man of faith that's trying, not perfect. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm saying he's trying. He's actually praying. He's actually going to the house of worship to pray. He's praying with you. He's reminding you of God, quoting scripture, whether the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran, right? Are you going to jack that, ladies? Are you rocking with that? I don't really see it, but when she said it, it made me, you know what I mean? And being how we on B. Simone, let me just get this out the way real quick. I heard what she said about Soulja Boy, and I get it. Same thing they were saying about Eminem, right? Ain't nobody jumping in the car, jumping in the whip saying put Eminem on. They're not. Not most people, especially, but you're black. We 66 minutes into the show, time on YouTube, and but you're black. A lot of black niggas ain't really right now. I fucks with him. Definitely in top 5, 10. You know what I mean? If you want to press it. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't throwing him on. So I can see her saying, niggas ain't checking for Soulja Boy. Now you may kiss me through the phone, and you may, you know what I mean, Soulja Boy, that hole you at a club. The DJ gonna play it, but you're not really going up, or you're not saying put it on. Might be in your playlist. You know what I mean? So I get it. And he responded back like, yo, you know, you 30, you look ugly, I got more hair than you. He went berserko as he be doing on these internet airwaves. And, you know, are you surprised? Because, like, when you put the beat on, if you watch my show, you know what I'm going to say next. I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed when you put the beat on. This is what he do. Go with the Dracos and anybody, you know, people quick to say he's sniffing coke and he doing this and he doing that. And to argue him and going back and forth with women on the internet, I won't say it's sassy, but I'll say it's not going to really get you anywhere. But because we in the social media era, we in the digital era, certain things that said the salacious, scandalous, you know, headlines, if you will. That's why I be plainly saying, I know it sounds crazy to people like, what is he talking about? Spinning in the clip, right? You get to spin in the clip. Because you come out, you say something, you ain't probably going to have no kids, and ain't nobody going to no B. Simone comedy clubs or no B. Simone shows. And he probably would be right. I've never heard nobody say, yo, we going to check B. Simone. And some people like they both right in the comments, right? But the back and forthness. You know, when do you say as a man, whether a chick is wrong or not? Like, you going to sit there and argue? And like the movie Malcolm X, don't go busting your head against the wall. That's what the white man wants you to do. I'm being funny, but I'm not. And sometimes we know, you know, having a conversation could be like, whoa, like no logic, no nothing. You know, when you're in a relationship, when you're not, when you're trying to converse, now obviously you just kicking it is different. When feelings is involved, and you know what I mean, should have kept it friendly, but you crossed the line. Now the feelings is involved, and you trying to, you know, talk. You know, it could be like beating your head against the wall. I'm sure women feel the same thing with men too. So you don't get nowhere online. All you get is a spin on the shade room and people talking about how you look goofy, and they're not surprised when you put the beat on that you're doing this. Was she wrong? I don't think she was even trying to be disrespectful. He was, so that's why I was like tit for tat. You look kind of really corny for doing that, right? We out of here with this though. I know y'all watch. We out of here with this one though. It's the last topic. I got shit to do today. And according to this YouTube that we live on, we've been live 70 minutes. And we live on YouTube and we live on Instagram. Mr. Beans, what's the word though? So if you fuck with my channel, then you know I'm marveled out. You know I'm, if it's the Dukes that has it, if it's motherfucking G.I. Joe, if it's motherfucking Transformers, yeah. I'm in Kids World, man. So that's why y'all see my background is fire. If you're on Instagram, you probably ain't gonna see everything, but if you're on YouTube, you can see everything. So last night, me and kids, we went to the movies, see that Deadpool and Wolverine, and here's my review. First of all, the movie was fire. Who got flame? The movie was fire. See, I got my new Wolverine piece right here, if you're on YouTube, and I got the flying head Deadpool right here. I mean, he was in the movie too. The movie was fire. Let's out the gate. The movie was fire. It was everything that the hype build up to be. Especially if you don't go for no spoilers. I don't know if I'm gonna give spoilers or not. But if you didn't get no spoilers and you seen the movie, then the movie was phenomenal. The movie was phenomenal. Some saying the best since Infinity War. Some people like Endgame, but obviously if you watch Marvel, that's a low point right now, or not now. But he hinted at that in the movie. He was like, Marvel's been at a little low point, and it has been, right? I think it lived up to the hype. The opening scenes is fire. Now I mean, like to open up a movie is even though it's not a superhero movie, but like the Billy movie. Well, however do you want, how they robbed the spot and all that, and the eyes and all that. That's one of the most iconic movies. Iron Man, you know what I mean? How they captured him, blew his top off, blew the Secret Service up, and it's a lot of good movies that open up good, but this is definitely one with the credits still rolling. And if you watch Deadpool, you know that he started his movies, but then he got to rewind, then bring you back up. That's in the movie. A lot of great guest appearances. I won't spoil it for you in this. Go see the movie. The movie is out at full force right now. Like I said, me and Kiss went to see it yesterday. Somebody pulled the fire alarm. So we going to catch our movie, and when we roll up to the movie theater, there's mad people outside. I'm like, damn, this shit cannot be this packed, because these seats is paid for. There's only with so many shows and seats they're gonna have. And then now you see people with the popcorn buckets, they got soda in their hand. And I'm realizing, like, no, they was inside. Something happened. So I asked one of the people standing there, and the lady like, yeah, we was in the movies watching the movie, and somebody pulled the fire alarm, so we had to come out of the movie theater. So they had to start back where they started their movie, or start the movie over. So it was a pushback process. So it was crazy in that sense. It kind of started off, not sure what was going on. The little trinkets and shit they was selling, not these. Kiss got these for me. But the little Wolverine, the fucking this shit, the little buckets I got, they ain't have them out. So people that had them, some people didn't have them, had to get back online. It was real chaotic at the place we went. But shout outs to Damo, the lady that helped us out. She looked out for us. I looked out for her. Yeah, kid, but you're black. But back to the movie. Professor X, his sister was in the movie. You know what I mean? They made reference to Loki, season 1. Goliath was in the movie. Y'all seen the y'all seen the trailers now. I still think at the end of the movie, although they fixed Deadpool's world, so now he's back in his world, how he's gonna come to the 616. That's what I'm wondering. Is something still gonna happen with his world? Will he get brought into the 616, or will they leave him? I think his world is 113 or something like that, and then just bring the X-Men into their world, and then just keep doing crossovers. Because Fox don't own the X-Men no more. Obviously, it's Marvel Studios own now. So now we're gonna start seeing, the X-Men, which I myself, big X-Men fan, like a lot of people. We've been missing the X-Men. The series X-Men '97, fire. Gambit was in the movie. Shannon, whatever his name is, Shannon Fry, whatever. He played the role, and it was some. I don't know if it was Photoshop at the time, but we was seeing little clips of him, maybe kind of playing, and that probably was the foreshadowing. And one of the big joints was Wesley. He was in there. You know what I'm saying? And it was good. The storyline was good. The action was good. I'm probably gonna go see it again. you know, a lot of movies that I like that I feel is real good. I went and seen them more than once to catch shit that I didn't catch. There's a lot of jokes. The only knock on Deadpool, but you know, when you go into the theater, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a lot of sexual references, jokes, and, you know, leaning towards the, you know, the bi side, or, you know, no straight man saying the shit he be saying. So it's a lot of that in there, and obviously it was in 1 and 2. You know, a lot of sexual references. So it's definitely not for kids, even though we've seen some kids in there, and it's definitely not for kids. I'm gonna say, yeah, if you're 13 and down, I'm gonna get it. Kids watch it. They on the internet all the time, so they're not immune to this shit. So I get that part, but it's definitely not for kids under 13. 14 and up, 15 and up. That's why it is rated R. And I'm sure if it wasn't Disney logo hanging over it, or Marvel, yeah, I think Marvel's is owned by Disney, if I'm not mistaken. Probably would have been more X-rated than that. You know what I'm saying? No sex scenes, even though it's a lot of sexual references. And ultimately, like I said, it's a dope movie. The movie ended, you know, unexpected, the way I didn't think it was going to end that way, with a certain person being the hero that you didn't expect to be the hero. And like I said, a lot of guest appearances. I already told y'all about 2. I won't tell y'all about the biggest one. You could go, you know, to the movies and see that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments once you go see the movie. Is it the best thing since Endgame or Infinity War? I'm gonna say maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe. Definitely was fire though. I was in the movie theater, like I said, we was waiting for them to come out. They had a fire alarm, and I was standing there with these shits. People, you know what I mean? People was looking at shit. It was crazy. And we had a good time. So if you're a Marvel guy, you're going to enjoy it. I definitely had a good time. You know what I mean? They charge you an arm and a leg for certain shit that I brought, which I know I'm a collector, like the collector in Marvel, and I like my background to be decked out. But that's what I got for y'all today. It's Friday. It's the weekend. Be safe, be respectful, be courteous, and be mindful. Y'all know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.